Good morning, friends. It gives me immense pleasure to be here again for my new course, that is project-based learning. This course belongs to the 5th semester of all the branches of Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. Today I am going to discuss about approaches for project-based learning. I am Dr. Dwivedi, Professor from Department of Aeronautical Engineering, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad, India. This is my third lecture, and before that I have discussed about definitions, terminology and other aspect of project-based learning. Hope that you might have liked. And now I am starting today about the approaches. So in today's class, I am going to discuss about introduction to PBL, approaches in project-based learning, steps in project-based learning, teamwork and project description. This I am going to talk and hope this will be very interesting and very useful for each and everyone. We know that there are different levels of learning. So the last here is remembering, then understanding, then applying, then analyzing, then evaluating, and then last one is the create. So these are the knowledge level. These are the knowledge levels made by the Blooms, and they are also part of the Bloom's taxonomy. So if you see here, the remembering is a lower level of knowledge. In that you just read it, mug it up and recite or the write. So that is the remembering. Next level, if you see here, this is the understanding. So understanding means understand the topic and write in your own words, or you explain in your own words. You make your own thought on that and you discuss and describe, explain. These things will come under the understanding. Now the third level, if you see in this third level, it is applying. So whatever you remember, whatever you understand, whether you are able to apply in the real scene or not. In the real scenario, in the real life scenario, if any problem exists, whether you are able to apply your idea in that or not. So that is the objective of this next level. It is called the applying level. Next, if you apply the level, whether whatever result you got after the application, whether it is useful and how this can be useful, you are able to do the analysis of your result, analysis of the data which you are got it from the application, and you try to implement and make some plots like this, something. So, and try to analyze these results. Next is the evaluating. After the analysis, you evaluate it that whether this is suitable for such type of scenario or not. So this is called the evaluation. You can compare also with previous existing results. You can validate. This all parts comes under the evaluation. And after all, the last but not the least, the minimum area here, and this is called the create. So this part I am just filling the color, and this color is known as the create. So if you see the area wise, this create is very least, and very few students will reach in this create level. Here the objective of this project based learning is to go for a higher level of the learning and go up to this create level. Remembering, understanding, applying, these three can be very well done in the classroom lectures which we normally do, but further if you want to go, you have to apply some new pedagogical methods, and in this applying some new techniques, new methods, you are going to reach in a higher level, analyze, evaluate, and at the last you are going to go for the create level. So like this, our objective is to train our student in such a way that in Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad, we have implemented this project based learning from last 3 to 4 years, and every year and every semester we have some type of courses. Those courses are very useful to develop the skills of the students so that they can become a ready-made engineer for the industry, and they need not to further go a very high level of training. A very few days or few weeks training if you give for our student, the student of IARE, they will be able to pick up and they can go up to create level. They can design some product. That product can be useful for our society. Next, I will go for just introduction for the today's class. So the PBL gives practical exposure to the student. In this, students learn to organize their project. So in their own way, student will be able to organize the project, use their time effectively. As per their availability of the time, they will work on that, learn how to work in a group, develop following skills. So they will be also working in a group and they are likely to develop following skill. That is the working together in a group, problem solving skill, decision making and investigating activities. So this type of qualities will be developed in students. PBL involves steps such as analyzing the problem, simulating the problem into the small modules, applying the mechanism, method to solve each module, and then integrating the solution. So these are the few qualities which students are going to achieve by using the PBL. Approaches for solving the projects. So what are the approaches which a student has to perform to solve the or to do a project and make this thing as a new innovation? The approach followed for the development and completion of a project plays a pivotal role in the project-based learning. There are several approaches to execute a project, and such as we have here modular approach, then we have the top-down approach and the bottom-up approach. So these are the three main important approaches which normally we follow in our solving any project or any problem. So a structure or a modular approach, it is a systematic, a structure or a modular approach to a project means that a project is divided into the various manageable module, and each of the module has a well-defined task to perform with a set of input. This would lead to a set of output which when integrated lead to the desired outcome. So this is the modular approach. In this, what we do, we will divide the project in the number of steps, number of modules which we can perform, and each of the module has a well-defined task, and every individual has to work in that given task. So in this way, the your module will be, your project will be completed, and the desired outcome you are going to get. Now, next is the step involves in the PBL. So, these are the steps which are involved for the project-based learning. So, in this, we will see that identification of a project. The first and very, very important is identification of a project. So, Einstein has told that if you give me 1 hour for any work, 50 minutes is only required, 55 minutes is only required to plan and understand the problem. So if you understand the problem, remaining 5 minutes are there to solve the problem. So understanding is very important. So first of all, it is to be identified. The project has to be identified. Then define a project. After identification, you define it. Fixing of a time frame and the processing. And after this, how much time and how much processing is required to complete the task. Providing guidance. Then outcome of a project and the monitoring a project. So these are the 6 steps. Here it is shown to complete any project. Here if you see, it is shown in the diagram here. First, we have to identify the project by different questionnaire. We have to brainstorming session. We have to conduct, and we have to see the society, the local community, and the environment where we have to find the problem. After finding the problem, you define the plan, how our plan will work. From here, we will go guidance and the monitoring. And another will go for the fixing time frame and the processing. From here, guidance and the monitoring, it can go to the in this level, and from here it can go to this level, and finally it will come to the outcome of the product. So this is the steps which will be discussed in. So now the first point is identification of a project. I am going to discuss a very step by step in this. So the project data may come through any real life situation. So this project ideas which we have to identify, it should be from a real life situation. Means in a community or in a society or in a country or in your district or in your international level, what type of real problems are existing. You just see the problems. For example, one could think of doing a project on organizing a seminar. So a simple issue in your college, you want to organize a seminar because why you want to organize a seminar? To enhance the knowledge. Because we, in a college, we feel that there is somewhere we are lacking the level of knowledge. So if we call some people or expert person in that area, we call them and they should discuss, they should interact with the students. So for this, we want to organize a seminar. So the problem is what? Less knowledge. We have, and what we want? We want some enhanced knowledge. So this is the first example. One need to understand the usefulness of the project and its impact. So whatever we do the project, whether it is useful or not, just for namesake if you do, no use. It should be useful of the projects and its impact should be experienced and felt where this project is used. Then a student must be encouraged to undertake interdisciplinary project. It should not be like this, that if anyone is aeronautical or anyone is mechanical or aeronautical, electrical, computer science, ECE, EEE, all, they should not work individually in their branch. They should go other branches, engineering. Not only engineering, for the arts and the commerce and the science, other music, other places also, people have to interact each other. Then only a big way, medicine. Engineers can play a very important role in medicine nowadays. They can design some equipments, they can design some new thing where this thing can be used. Now I will go for the next item, the second item of this steps, defining a plan. So how we are going to define the plan? Normally for any kind of project, there are several project members involved in it. Okay, so one project leader has to be identified. So if there is a 4 member, we should identify one leader first. Then the roles of project leader and each project member have to be clearly defined. The faculty's role is here. The role of the faculty is to decide the leader, and it is better if you take the consensus among the group. All the group members should be happy and they should elect one project leader. Then the role of the project leader has to be described, and also all members what they have to perform, and it should be very much clearly defined. Students who are performing project must be assigned with a specific activities. So every student who all are part of the group, part of the project team, there is a leader. The leader has to be assigned a bigger task. Also, the leader has to coordinate with all the members and get out of it. Out of them, he or she should be able to get the result and also perform parallelly. Students who are performing a project must be assigned with specific activities. All the group members has to be given specific activities. It is better if they themselves decide who will do what. Then the various tools for executing these activities must be known. So if you want to perform the simulation, if you want to perform some experimental work, if you want to do some mathematical work, if you want to do some scientific work, anything, whether these tools are available, computational tool or experimental tool or any other mathematical tools are available or not, that has to be decided, and the team member should be aware about that. To obtain a better solution, one should always think of the extreme situation. To obtain a better solution, one should always think of the extreme situation, not only the normal situation. If this thing happen, what will happen? And if this thing fail, what will happen? So all pros and cons of the extreme condition has to be thought before we start any project. Next, number 3 is fixing of a time frame and processing. We have seen that till now we have to first if you see here, fixing of a time frame and the processing. So in this, if you see, every project is a time relevance project. We should not give as much they want. There is a limitation, like our semester. So the semester is nearly 4 months. So in the 4 months, we should not wait for the last month. We should give only 3 months. In the last of the 3 months, they should be able to complete the project. That much target has to be given. A student must understand the importance of time frame for completion of the project. Leader as well as all the group members of that project has to understand the time, importance of the time and its completion. It is very much essential. All the activities which are performed in the project require a certain amount of time, because we know that every activities need some time. Accordingly, a time calculation we should frame it. Accordingly, we should work and complete the project. Every project must be well structured, and at the same time it must be flexible in its time frame. So every project must be nicely structured, and the same time must be flexible also. But sometimes there is some problem or something is not able to do. We should make sure that it should be flexible and we can adjust accordingly. It should be framed in such a way. Next point is for step is providing guidance and monitoring of a project. So we need to provide and the guidance monitoring of the project. So many times the participation in the project get stuck up with a particular process and it becomes impossible to proceed further. In that case, if they are not able to do or there are some problem they are not understanding, that time guidance and the monitoring is required. In such case, they need guidance which can be obtained from various resources such as books, website and expert in the field. So in that type of situation, the guidance can be achieved from the books, research papers, websites, expert in the field can be contacted. While it is essential that the project leader should ensure monitoring of the project, the guide teacher also help in monitoring the project. So leader has to monitor but sometimes we require that the faculty, the teacher who is teaching that course or any other teacher who all are expert in that area has to come up and they should mentor the students. Next is outcome of a project. So one needs to understand thoroughly the outcome of a project. You should understand before you start that what we want the outcome. Then only you should sure about that and then only you should go ahead to undertake the project. The outcome can be single or it can be multiple. Sometimes you plan for one outcome but there are number of other outcomes also you may get. So that also can be happen. The output of a project can be peer reviewed and can be modified as per the feedback from the guide, teacher or other users. So whatever the output is achieved, this is to be reviewed by the expert people and also can be modified as per the feedback from the guide, teacher or other user. Next important, after the steps of this PBL, the importance of the teamwork. Or why we want to work in the team? Because after passing out from the college or universities, the student have to go to the industry. In industry, they have to work as a team. So we need to focus on the teamwork. And in this topic, I am going to discuss about the importance of the teamwork and how this teamwork can be useful for implementation of a nice project. So, many real life tasks are very complex and require a lot of individual to contribute in achieving them. And efforts made collectively by individuals to accomplish a task is called the teamwork. We know that in today's condition, we want to work in industry or in any place and the nature of the works are very complex. One person may not know each and everything. So we need a number of individuals which they contribute to achieving the goal. So it is better to make an effort collectively so that all the individuals as per their expertise they can work together and complete the task. This collectively effort by individual is called the teamwork effort. And when they all mix together, this is called the teamwork. For example, in many sports, there is a team of players. These players play together to win a match. If you see the volleyball match or the cricket match, all player has to perform. If only one is performing, you cannot win the match. So, every individual performance has to be increased. If you take a cricket batting, bowling, catching, your fielding, your wicket keeping, everyone has to perform. not only if you are the wicket keeper means you will do only the wicket keeping. You have to do the fielding. You have to do a good batting. Sometimes you have to do the bowling also. So, as per the requirement of the team has to perform as a one unit so that the result can be enhanced, the output of the work can be enhanced. Take an example of the cricket team. We find that even if a bowler bowls a good ball, but if the fielder cannot take a catch, then a wicket cannot be taken. A very simple example is given. So bowler is very good, but the person who is not catching, so everyone has to do their effort, then only others' work can be recognized. So in order to take a catch, efforts of a bowler as well as of the fielders are needed. To win a cricket match, contribution from all the team members in all the three areas, that is batting, bowling and the fielding, are required. So everyone has to take part. Then only a team can win the match. So now I will discuss the component of the teamwork and how this teamwork can be useful for the project-based learning. So this is the object of this slide. Apart from technical proficiency, a wide variety of other components make a successful teamwork. It comprises skilled team members with specific roles to achieve the goals. So, in a team, different types of people are there and different people have the different expertise. For a successful team, all expertise has to work together. It comprises skilled team members with a specific role to achieve the goal. Everyone has to target it towards the goal, and the expertise of each and every individual has to be used so that a good teamwork can be achieved. So next is the communication with others. So if you are in the teamwork, you will also learn how you can talk to each other, how you can communicate your idea, whether your idea the other is able to understand, or if you feel that there is any flaw in your communication, you will understand yourself, or they are your friends, they will also inform that please here we are not able to understand, or you do like this so that your communication can be improved. Then listen to other. In a team, you all have to listen each other. Not only one will say, another will listen. No, all have to say your opinion. In the next class, I will be discussing about a teamwork and how they are performing and how each members are very much useful. In the next lecture, I will be discussing in detail. Share with others. Whatever knowledge you have, try to explain, try to share with your teammates. Not only the teammates, your classmates, not only your classmates, your section mates, then your branch mates, then your college level, then your district level, your state level, and country level, and the international level. The knowledge should be shared with each and everyone. Don't just hide your knowledge. As much you give the knowledge, that much times your knowledge will be increasing. So, don't just keep knowledge with you. Spread the knowledge. Put it online. Make a YouTube video and send, upload on the video. People will see your idea, and if they like, they will try to follow your idea, and they will be very much glad. You will also feel very happy if anyone is able to get the knowledge. Respect for others. In teamwork, you should also respect for each and everyone. Don't think that only you are the great, others are not. All are the great, all are doing the good work, and try to work in that area. Also, you should help each other. If anyone you feel that not able to cope up, try to push him up and try to make other your project mate also in the same level. Participate. Every individual in the group has to take part in different activities so that it will be very useful. Next, I will be going to discuss about communicate with others. When a group of individuals perform one job, it is necessary to have effective communication between the members of the team. A very, very nice and very clear communication should be there. There should not be any conflict in the communication. So, especially the leader has to make sure that, the team leader has to make sure that the communication is done properly, effectively, and without any ambiguity. So, that type of words you should use, that type of communication should be there. Such communication can be done via email, telephone, or by arranging group meetings. So, these are some means of communication. Email, how you will write the email, not only for your classmates, your batchmates, also with your faculty, your head of the department, or any industry people where you want to interact with your project. So, such communication can be done via email, telephone, or by arranging group meeting. This helps the team members to understand each other and sort out their problems to achieve the goal effectively. So, if your communication is good, this will help the team members to understand each other and also sort out their problems to achieve the goal effectively. So, these were some. Next is listen to others. It is not only you are communicating, but you should also listen to others. So, that is also very important aspect of any project. It is necessary to understand the idea of others while executing a job together. So, it is also necessary that the leader should not only impose his or her idea to the others. You should also listen to them, and if you feel you all have to decide which idea is the good. These ideas will come when you listen to each and everyone. Listening, discussion, and then you will have a good idea in that. This can be achieved when the team members listen to each other in a group meeting and follow steps that are agreed upon. So, this can be achieved when the team members listen to each other in a group. So, in a team member, you have 3 member, 4 member. Mostly in our college, we keep 3, sometimes 4. So, these all 3 or 4 people have to listen each other, discuss each other, conduct the group meetings, and follow the steps. In the whatever steps you have followed, this has to be agreed upon and implemented. Share with others. Next is share with others. Ideas, images, and tools need to be shared with each other in order to perform a job. So, whatever ideas it is developed during your meeting, the images or any drawing you have made, the tools which is to be used, this all has to be done properly. Sharing is an important component of the teamwork. So, it is very much essential and it is very good morale, or it is very good habit to share your ideas, images, thoughts, tools to each other, and it is very much important. Any member of the team who is well versed in a certain area should share the expertise and experience with others to effectively achieve the goal within the time frame. So, this also we have to ensure that if anyone has got a very good knowledge in CATIA, AutoCAD, ANSYS, MATLAB, XFLR, or any type of software, or any other sensors, controls, stability, apps design, other computational tools, you should share. You should also teach to your batchmates, your project mates. So it will achieve a better work, and all will work and all will get a good result. Next is the respect for others. So the next point is not only the leader is to be respected, but all have to respect each other. Then only a good atmosphere will be there. Otherwise, there will be a dictatorship. A democratically way of approach should be performed. So here we can see that every member of the team must be treated respectfully. Don't think that he is weak, he is strong or anything. If anyone is weak, it is your responsibility to make in your level. So that has to be performed. All the thoughts and ideas that are put forth in the group meeting may be respected and duly considered. So all the thoughts and ideas that are put forth in the group meeting may be respected and duly considered. Not respecting the views of a particular members may cause problems, and that particular team members may not give his best. So if out of 3 or 4 you are not respecting the view of one person or the 2 person, this will hamper the work and your required output will not come. A full team will not be able to perform in a good way. Next is help others. So a helping hand from every member is a key to success. Sometimes help from people who are not a part of the team is also obtained in order to accomplish a job. Or sometimes you need that out of your 4 members, you are not aware about a particular tool. But in other batch, other group, some person is there who can help you. Try to take the help from that. And that person has to help to these people. So like this, we should help each other. We have to share our idea. We have to communicate our idea. We should make sure that all are working together as a one team. If you see in a one team, if 1 or 2 person are not satisfied, this will cause the hampering the team, and the team performance will tremendously go down. That should not happen in project team. That type of situation should not arise. Next, participation is also very important. Each and every member of the team has to take a very good, with a zeal, they have to participate, not just for namesake. That type of scenario, the leader of the team has to generate. He or she has to make in such a way that all the team members are working very effectively, very good way. They are approaching for the project and for the idea. Participation, all the team members must be encouraged by each other to participate in completing the project and also in the discussion in group meeting. Also, every member should take an active participation so that they feel their importance in the team. So, every member has to be encouraged. This is the duty of the faculty or the mentor, and also the responsibility of the leader to make sure that each and everyone take part. And every member should also take active participation so that every member feel that I am important in this group. Next, very important topic is project description. In this section, some examples of project works are given, which can be taken up in group under project-based learning. However, a group may choose any other project in consultation with the guide teacher. Okay, so in this, 1 or 2 projects are given just for the example sake, but the project has to be taken as per the interest of the group, not by the teachers forcefully giving the project. No, the students should come up and they should give the proper project. Here I am listing some name of the project, but this is not hard and fast. That just I am explaining how we can choose it and how we can do it. So that is the importance of this project description, and you can choose as per your requirement. So this project 1 is online shopping platform. So this is a one project in which you have to make a online shopping platform, and how you will go about, just I will be discussing. Another project is automating the book donation camp. This is another project which we can take up even in our college. We can take up like this cases. Project 3 is a survey of the effect of social networking sites on behavior of teenagers. This is another project which we can take up in our this project-based learning. Fourth one is utilizing an open data source to use a national, state or district level data set. So this is another case. So in this we can also take the college level or your branch level also, because as per the availability of the time, we have to see and we have to make a data sheet so that this project also can be undertaken by the, also not only the student, for the faculty also. A survey can be conducted for the faculty of the Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. I think we have more than 300 faculty. So these faculty, 1 or 2 batches should take their this data source and how they are working and how they are doing. A very good project can be undertaken. Now I am just discussing about the first one in this lecture. Project 1, online shopping platform. So I am giving a small description of this project. Mr. Rahul to launch an online shopping platform, that is, name is Apparel Easy. He plans to have 2 broad categories of merchandise for men and the women. In this we have the subcategories are clothing, footwear and the accessories. He is planning to launch 2 mega events. One is the festive sale a month before Diwali or the Christmas. Then end of the season sale, February and August. So this is the plan of action. Mr. Rahul want to keep a record of his monthly revenue generation, sales and category wise sales with special focus on mega events. So he want to record of this sale also. A record should also be kept on discount being offered by the manufacturers, payment sites or any discount offered as a promotional campaign by the Apparel Easy portal. So this we have to make a portal. In that portal, this men and the women, 2 broad sections. Further, we can divide for each one clothing, footwear and accessories. Rahul also want to conduct 2 mega event to reach to the people. That is the festive sale before the Diwali and before the Christmas, and also the clearance sale at the end of the season in February and the August. So these are the first project based on this. So how? First we have to give the specification. So the details of the men and women apparels should be stored in a data file with field as apparel code, name, category, size, price, customer name, payment mode, discount code, and etc. So this is the first specification. If the category is men, then apparel can be men's trouser, men's shirt, men's jeans, men's t-shirt, and so on. If the category is women, then the apparel can be skirt, top, pants, jeans, kurta, etc. If the payment mode is credit or the debit card, then the credit card number, name, CVV, and validity should be entered. You have to make a software like that these items should be entered. If the payment mode is cash on delivery COD, then no detail to be asked. Randomly select the merchandise to be put on sale. The selected merchandise should not be more than 70% of the total merchandise. So next is the discount code can be either fest or festive for festive or EOS, the end of the season. So if it is festival season, the concession code should be fest, and if it is end of the sale, it is EOS. The discount for the fest will be 10% and for EOS will be 15%. It should be decided. You need to visualize the data structure, keeping all the requirements of Rahul in mind, and then implement it using Python pandas. Thereafter, you need to design a software to store detail of the merchandise to put them online for sale. At the same time, record of customers visiting the e-commerce site and the number of customers placing the order also have to be maintained. The data collected should be plotted appropriately to help Rahul make decision for future marketing and promotion strategies. So this is the reference which I have taken from the online. Any questions you are welcome to ask. My email is ydwivedi@gmail.com. Please like this video, give any comment, and subscribe also. It will be very nice if you like it, and if any issues you feel and you are not understanding, or you feel that there is some lack of information, you can comment and let me know your feedback. Thank you very much for this. Be tuned for my next lecture, which is I am going to deliver very soon. Thank you very much.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.